And she goes down to get the car. There's no car.
I didn't even make it all the way down the stairs. I just looked and I'm like, cause I'm hitting the key so it can come on automatic start because I gotta warm up the car. And I'm like, I don't hear anything. And I look and I'm like, oh my God. What up, monsters? Back with another video.
So let me tell y'all before the lies get started.
What?
We already had a video done for part 2 and part 3, but some people don't like it, so they wanted to redo it.
First of all, no lies here. Welcome to part 2 of our TTT journey.
The second part 2.
Yeah,
Part
the
two, part
second part 2.
But y'all will never see the first one.
If you haven't watched our first one, go back and watch the first video because I don't want you guys to start from here. You missed a whole lot.
Yeah.
So,
and if you follow us on social media, you kind of already know what's going on in our lives right now. So definitely make sure you go follow our Instagram and our Snap as well.
Yes.
We haven't been on Snap a lot, but we are going to get back to it. We just been like jam-packed with so many things.
I was on Snap today.
You wasn't on our Snap. You was on your personal Snap.
Okay.
So
Anyways.
anyway,
Where we leave off at? We left off at.
So, Bae was asking me, do I want to have a baby?
Do you want to have a baby?
Of course, I want to be a mother. Who doesn't in their right mind?
Yes. And with everything that she went through, it was kind of like, yeah, I definitely want to have a baby if I keep going through stuff like this.
Right. So, you know, as they say, the lesbian relationships, U-Haul, you know, it happens so quick. You meet one day, you marry, move in the next day, married the next day, have a baby next day, basically.
Yeah.
But no, literally, we knew we wanted to be together. We didn't want to wait, and we didn't want to wait to start a family. So yeah, we did. We actually went with another known donor. We didn't go with the one I previously had. Due to the fact that he was not available, he had things going on in his personal life. So we basically was like, okay, we got to do this.
And then with the research that I did, we was kind of getting better at this at-home stuff, if that makes any sense. So as far as like tracking her stuff and
Ovulation,
they
got it down to a T.
Switching the stuff that we was using, ordering different things. And so at this point, we wanted to do 3 days of insemination.
Yeah.
So we wanted to go 3 days, and whenever we would communicate with the old one, he was never available all 3 days.
Yeah.
It was either 2 out of the 3 or one out of the 3.
Yeah.
Or it literally came to a point it was like, oh yeah, I can't make it. Can you like push your ovulation back?
I mean,
it's
and
not
we
possible.
can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
Scientifically, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So
we
only way it's possible is with the doctors. They got all type of technology.
Yeah.
But
so then we had to reroute.
Yeah.
So we rerouted to a different donor.
We ended up talking to another good friend, a female friend of mine who had a good friend.
Yeah. And
he was willing to help. So we went ahead and met, you know, we vibed, we were cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same relationship we had that I had with my previous donor, but it was a decent relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was willing to basically just, you know, be that donor, sign over anything he needed to. So wasn't any confusion or anything like that. But fast forward, we went ahead. Once we got to know each other, mingled a little bit, boom, we jumped into it. We did the soft cups. So I know a lot of people are familiar with that. We did the soft cups with him. We did it for 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days of ovulation.
Yeah. And so was it the first time we tried? So we tried once. Nothing happened, right? Then we did it again.
Yeah.
So we tried once. Nothing happened. Second time.
Yeah.
Something did happen. So we got another positive pregnancy. Well, together we got a positive pregnancy.
Yeah, that was like cool.
It was exciting, and boom, we had death after death.
Yeah,
literally.
It was a lot
passed.
that happened within like a 3-week span. Like it was 3 weeks of
actually,
boom, boom, boom.
Right. Actually, my cousin's father got killed.
Yeah,
first. Got murdered by the police. That's a whole nother story. Rest his soul. Then they stepdad passed away. Rest his soul. And then someone who was like another mother to me. Rest her soul. Yeah. They all passed. Yeah, it was crazy. And like she said, it was like a couple weeks and then we was traveling. So we was going from these different states where all these people passed away, and it was like doing that as well. Doing all this, and so I started bleeding. We knew it was, I knew it was a miscarriage. I was at work. I called babe, sent her a picture. We cried or whatever. I cried at work, got off. We had our moment. We still said we wanted to try one more time at home, which we ended up doing. And we can't say with that one it was like a yay or nay because we had to move. So it literally was like all 3 deaths. We thought we were settling down, and bam, now we have to move. And it was a lot. So we didn't even focus on that. We didn't have a lot of help moving. I had to move a lot of stuff. Babe didn't want me to because we were hoping that, but it was like we had no choice. So January came. And we had prayed about it. We had talked about it in depth, how much we just wanted to go through with this. We looked into our insurances. Being that we're not married, we don't have the right as far as the insurances to each other. But we did research our own insurances. Just researched. And I had previously had a number for like 6 to 8 months from my niece. She had got it from her, well, my niece-in-law, but it's my niece. She had got it from her sister, and they had went through a process with the doctor, and she was like, Auntie, call them. I really want you guys to do it. And we thought about it in January. We're like, you know what? We need to make this call.
It was actually like the beginning of January, because I remember it was somewhere like around New Year's, and we was doing that whole, okay, so what are we willing to do for this baby that we want to have?
Right.
What are we willing to give up? I mean, at this time, we're making New Year's resolutions, and okay, for this year, we're making goals for the year. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to buy a house, we want to have a baby, we want to do this, change cars, like everything. So one of the things that came up and we discussed was we want to take this baby thing to the next level. I mean, we've been trying at home and it hasn't been working, and with everything that she went through, we were trying to just like, okay, we gotta do a shot, but now let's just try the doctor. And so that's when we started doing the research. We did research on the doctor, got more information, seeing the pricing. We compared it to some of the people that she did go through before, and we compared it to some of the new clinics that we had found, and they were kind of like the lowest, but we wasn't really sure how we'd like it. Once we actually calculated all the expenses together, we kind of like spent maybe more going to that doctor than we would have if we would have just stayed here and just came to a doctor here.
So the reason Babe says that is because our doctor was in Arizona. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would do it all over again. And we, like we said, we did research. We ended up, I corresponded with my niece-in-law sister, which is my niece, whatever. We're all family. But I corresponded with her. She told me it's a really good doctor. And it was just like, even though it was like through text, it was like the way she explained it and how they were, it was like they sounded like we wanted to meet them.
Yeah, like they might be a fit. So of course, schedules the consultation.
We had a Zoom consultation. And I mean, instantly we connected with him.
I mean, I feel like it was instant because like, even with our situation, we're in a whole nother state, and they were still able to make sure that we have a nice consultation by actually going on Zoom. And this is before anything
before the
happened.
pandemic.
You know, this is back in February.
Yeah.
So they was able to accommodate us and never even met us.
Right.
So that was like actually kind of cool.
The first thing he asked, not to cut you off, babe.
No, go
I
ahead,
don't
go
want to
ahead.
forget this.
Mm-hmm.
First thing he asked was, how serious are you guys?
Yeah.
Are you willing to travel?
Yeah.
I know you guys are in another state. I know that, you know, expenses come up,
Mm-hmm.
but what are you guys willing to do? So he said, what are you guys willing to do? And we're like, anything. Like, we're literally willing to do anything. He says, well, when do you guys want to start the process? I was
We
like,
looked at each
last
other.
week. Yeah, we were like,
Last week.
So we talked. It was like an hour-long call.
Yeah, like an
And
hour and a
when I
half.
tell you, this man was so serious. He knew how serious he was. I had birth control, I had everything called into the pharmacy literally within 30 minutes of us ending the conversation.
Yeah.
He said, boom, we're going to start this. Be out here this day. So literally we had scheduled an appointment 2 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't want to tell anybody, the family, you know, we wanted to keep everything under wraps. So we said, we'll just make it an early birthday. Get a little, you know, small getaway.
For Babe, because Babe's birthday was like two or 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
It was actually, her birthday was 3 weeks later. And so something ended up coming up to where 3. Your birthday was 3. The appointment was 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
We went the weekend before your birthday.
Yeah.
So it was like boom, boom, boom. Okay, y'all say y'all serious. Hey, money, y'all gotta figure it out.
Money talk, bush walk.
Basically, and so it was like, okay, now we gotta figure out what we're gonna tell our families as to why we gotta go out of state. And so me and Babe was just thinking about it. We looked at the finances, trying to get all that together, and then we came up with the perfect plan.
So we said we're gonna do a quick getaway, just something intimate, and we were actually going the whole time to plan our baby.
Yeah.
So went out there, met them. We were out there for 4 days. In all those 4 days, we did 3 appointments.
Yeah.
One actually being my retrieval.
Yeah.
And it was a crazy time out there. Like, we literally went out there because we were already in the process of getting finances taken care of because we wanted to be kind of debt free. 2020, that was our goal. So we already had this plan, but now we know now we're about to take another route, and that's gonna cost way more money. But we had talked about like we'll find a room when we get out there. We just going out there, you know, we want to go get everything done.
We didn't plan anything.
We didn't plan anything.
So there was like no.
We went out
only thing
alone.
we did was literally we didn't even get a car. We drove our car.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so like literally all we did was know the time that we was waking up to go out there and get to the appointment. We didn't have a
We didn't
room
have
yet.
nothing
We
planned.
didn't have nothing at
But
all.
I do have family there. I do have friends there.
And then I got
actually have a
family
lot
there
of
as
family
well.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we knew my niece wanted to see me. We went ahead, went out there. I told her when we got there I would text her. So we were an hour late to our appointment because of time difference.
Yeah.
We had totally forgot.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, we understand y'all coming from out of town. So we would Saved by the Bell. No
They end up
problem.
just rescheduling us later. So they called one of the later appointments and asked them to come in early so we can have that spot. So it was
Right.
actually kind of cool. It's the same doctor's office that never really actually met us before. So
Right. But they were going
very
like,
above and beyond, like very accommodating.
From day one.
Oh, and then let's rewind a little bit. When with going with them, we also have to mention that they did not accept any of our insurance.
So everything was going
And
to be
so everything
cash.
was cashed out. We had to just figure it out basically because they were out of state and Babe Insurance wasn't going for all that.
Right. So now we get to my niece's house. Let her know we're there. Get to her house. So we're there hanging out with them for a little bit.
Yeah, we was gonna like chill, just
We're gonna chill for a little bit, go get a room, relax, then boom, get up, go to our appointment the next day.
yeah.
Yeah. So the way God works things out, this stuff was completely different than we planned.
It was.
So after the appointment, we went to my niece's house. My niece ended up wanting us to hang out for a little bit. We're chilling, talking in our minds, and we already texting and communicating while we're still there. Hey, we're gonna leave at this time because we gotta go take the medicine. And then we just want to be on time because you know you have to be on time for everything with the medication. So something told me to bring the medicine up. I don't know why, but I did. So we went and ran an errand with them really quick. Came back. As we came back, look at the time. It was time to go take the medicine. So now we need to go get a room. Okay. So we hug, kisses, we about to go. Baby runs down to go get the car. As she goes down to get the car, there's no car.
I didn't even make it all the way down the stairs. I just looked and I'm like, cause I'm hitting the key so it can come on automatic start because I gotta warm up the car. And I'm like, I don't hear anything. And I look and I'm like, oh my God.
Car's gone.
So I come in the house, I'm like, babe, we ain't going nowhere. And she like, why? I'm like, there's no car out here. Like, zero.
Yeah.
Car gone. Car got towed.
So it was like, what the hell? So we end up having to tell them, hey, we have to go to the bathroom together. We don't want y'all to think we're being weird. But we're going through IVF.
Yeah.
I shared that with my niece. She was very ecstatic for us.
They all were.
Yeah,
actually. They all were. They had so many questions, and it was like,
Yeah.
hey guys, we can't tell you too much.
Right.
Well, this is why we can't tell you too much because yeah, we didn't want it to get out yet. We just wanted it to be our moment. So,
but we did share that with them. They made us very welcome.
Yep.
We got the shower, everything, lay down. No, we did not have all of us about the car, but yeah, car had got towed. The neighbors had told us, called and got us towed because they're very strict on you park in anybody's parking spots. But we weren't gonna park there. My niece is the one that said,
Yeah.
hey, so you guys can park there.
And I'm like, are you sure? Because I know back in back, you know, and she's like, no, you good.
Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it.
I'm owed it.
Yeah, so then we got there. They said it was only gonna be like 120 or something. We get there, the lady says, you guys are from out of town. I'm like, yeah, we had came, we're going through IVF, you know, it was just a quick little stop.
Yeah.
She charged us $80.
Man, yes.
Blessing.
Thank you, God.
So, boom, we get the car, we go back, have breakfast, leave there, go to the appointment. Now, after that appointment, I went to go see somebody else, like a sister to me. Went to see her. She was like an hour and a half away. So get over there. We're hanging out for a few hours. Now it's getting dark. We gotta take the next shot. But she's like, why don't y'all stay the night? Now, mind you, we never got a room the first night because we didn't stand on my nieces. Now she's saying it. It's like literally we were saving money and we didn't even expect any of this. So we talked about it. Okay, we're gonna stay. Stayed there.
Right.
Yeah, got up early that next morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, hit the freeway. We had to be at our appointment at 9 o'clock. Get to our appointment. So your partner is required to have testing too. Through the clinic we went through, they want you to be tested and they want to just know your blood type. They want to know everything. They literally just want to be prepared for anything. So
I had to find a clinic that would accept my insurance, and luckily it wasn't that hard to find it. So I had to go get the blood test done, and then we had to take it back to them. And then your niece was calling us like, when are you guys coming back?
Yeah, so we went back over, stayed that last night with them, had to get up the next morning and go do retrieval. So, you know, it's always terrifying to get put to sleep.
Yeah.
I had did it once before, but still. So we got there. They got me all drugged up. And they went and took my eggs.
Yeah.
So when they took my eggs, you know, Doc was saying that he was like so. He didn't get as many eggs as he wanted to, so he was kind of sad. But we're gonna try to make it work.
Yeah.
So we got 6 eggs.
Yep.
Now we are on our way home, and we get home. They schedule us for transfer, and we're home. Literally on my birthday, which is in March. We went out for dinner, and I went and got my ears pierced. It was this one, the date, and had a nice time. And 4 or 5 days later, the world shut down.
Yeah.
Pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So when that happened, everything shut down. Literally all the clinics, the doctor's office, everything that was not emergency or essential was shut down, as you all know.
Yeah, done for. So at that point, we didn't quite know what that meant for us.